I think from the beginning we need to step back and talk about the business value. How exactly, in general, knowledge base could help customers?
When you look for a new feature, you need to understand that it should fix some issue. You just don't need to have a feature because it's cool.
All this could help you to close customer gaps and issue even without actually involve support engine.
Can you tell us about some interesting cases, one or two, when businesses effectively customized their knowledge base?
I think this is one of the coolest feature on if we're talking about support.
Hi there, it's your host Sergii, a Salesforce consultant at Synebo. Today we'll talk about knowledge base and how to customize it in Experience Cloud. We will cover the main features, development process, and benefits of customized knowledge base. My guest today is Yana, a head of delivery at Synebo. Hi Yana, nice to have you here.
Hi, Sergey.
Before we proceed with today's topic, please tell us about your background in Salesforce.
Okay, yeah. I had 9 years of experience in Salesforce, and from the beginning, I'm starting as a Salesforce administrator and quality assurance specialist. So after a few years, I become a project manager, and right now I'm a head of delivery at Synebo.
Could you tell us a little bit about your responsibilities?
Yeah, of course. My main responsibility is support our sales team during pre-sales. This is one of the bigger part. So I cover high level solution on the pre-sale part, and also I'm responsible for delivery of all projects that we have right now in Cinebo.
And I also know that you have a really big expertise in communities, and especially with our today's topic, knowledge base. Am I right?
Yeah, it's true. When I was project manager, and one of my side work was also a consultant in Experience Cloud. And Experience Cloud and knowledge bases are usually and very good work together. Yeah, and that's why I finished like a dozen project with such stack.
Great. And for those who are not familiar with the topic, Salesforce Knowledge enables companies to store different types of articles, how-to guides, FAQs, troubleshooting steps, and more. These articles are easy searchable and can be shared across various platforms, improving the efficiency of customer support and empowering self-service for end users. And before we will talk about the customization, I want to give a little brief and explain the main features of Salesforce Knowledge. I'm going to start with the knowledge article management. Like, with knowledge base, we can create custom article types. It can be troubleshooting guides, FAQs, and so on, with structure templates for consistency. Also, it supports rich text and multimedia. So it means that you can add text formatting, images, videos, and links to make articles more comprehensive. You can implement a multi-step approval workflow to review and approve content before publication. You can maintain articles version, allowing easy updates and clear history of changes. You can find knowledge articles across Salesforce from the centralized search bar. You can search by topic, keyword, or even text. Also, you can allow users to search for information both within and outside of Salesforce. It can automatically suggest articles based on case details or commonly search terms. You can also organize articles into categories and subcategories for easy navigation. You can add tags and custom fields. You can use folder structure to organize it by product line, team, or service type, for example. Also, you can control article access based on user roles, profiles, or permission sets. You can publish articles selectively to different channels, such as internal teams, customers, partners. Also, you can translate it into multiple languages to support global teams and customers. Also, you can link relevant articles directly to cases, making information easily accessible during the case resolution. You can suggest knowledge articles to agent based on case information, streamlining support process. Um, then you can gather user feedback on articles to identify content gaps and improve relevance. Also, you can track articles views, likes, and user statistics to understand how content is performing. Um, then you can analyze user feedback and ratings to identify high value articles and areas for improvement. You can identify knowledge gaps based on unsuccessful searches or unaddressed topics. And you can monitor article aging, versions, and updates to ensure content stays current and up to date. And also, you can publish articles to experience cloud sites, providing self service knowledge to customers and partners. You can place knowledge search widgets on other web pages, extending access to knowledge content. And you can integrate it with chat, phone, email, and social media channels to support various customer touchpoints. I think I cover the most of the main features, and also I want to talk about the benefits of using this Salesforce knowledge. And you can add more details, Yana, if you think that I miss anything.
Yeah, I think from the beginning we need to step back and talk about the business value. How exactly, in general, knowledge base could help customers. And from the beginning, we need to understand that knowledge base is a very big platform, but it's different and used for different purpose um, for like a group of customers. Yeah, one group of customers is it's support. Yeah, there's people who use support. They have support agents. They need to answer quickly. They want to resolve their cases quickly and even not open these cases, so make like a case deflection. This is a major group, and knowledge bases actually integrated like inside Salesforce and also outside. If we're talking about self-service portal that you actually talking before, the another part of the customers, it's product companies that have their product, and they require like user guides. They require have a good user adoption by have all these guides, steps, maybe troubleshooting guides, etc. And the third probably it's customer partners that should communicate to each other, and all this documentation stuff could help them like have a more frequent questions and have a chat and also have like articles and blog posts. And of course, it could be like just a simple CMS that just have a blog post and describe company strategy or share thoughts, share insights about that. So I think this is the main that we should start, that we should analyze our customer and what exactly they want. And regarding to that, it started actually benefits. For each of these customers, the benefits will be different. So let's start with the customer support. Yeah. The customer support, the main benefits it will be self-service. So when a user want to open the case, they have a problem, like the internet don't working. Yeah, so they typing the case, and voila, they get an article, and it shows how they could cover the SAM. And right now, in a like a modern world, We also have IE feature, like you could make a screenshot or make a photo of your router, send it to this case, and even not open the case, it will show your suggestion how to fix it. Okay, you need to reload it, or could you switch maybe another button or something like that. So all this could help you to close customer gaps and issue even without actually involve support agents.
So it can reduce the volume of cases.
Yeah, the volume of cases and also reduce the number of support agents that actually need to be and need to work on your company to cover all this thing. Because like a few years ago, to have the cases, you need to open the telephone call, you need to wait a lot of time until support agent will help you, and probably it will not help you by phone. You still need to open a case and wait, and right now it's covered very fast, and people don't even need to talk to someone, and right now in modern world also a lot of people actually don't want to communicate to real people. They
Especially
just
by the
want to
phone.
leave a case. Yeah, it's true. I personally don't like.
Mhm.
So they just try to open the case and just read a short article. It shows small tips how to resolve the issue, and that's all. And I think this is one is the coolest feature on if we're talking about support. The next part of our customer, it's products. So let's pretend that you're a big product. It's very complicated. It had a lot of steps of installation. It had a lot of feature. You need to help your customer to understand how to install it, how to fix it, how to troubleshoot it. Maybe answer to some questions for that. And for that, knowledge base is also a good option. So you could write a big categorized knowledge base that could help your customer to use your product. So it will be easy. They even not need to open from the beginning your portal. They just write it on the Google and it redirect to your portal and show exactly an article how to, I don't know, maybe install your device. Oh yes, we're talking about troubleshooted. Or maybe you just have a question regarding some functionality. Such knowledge base is also helping with the user adoption. So it could be a step-by-step guide, video guide, how to use it. And everything it will be on one place. The third part is actually customers and partner communities. This is like a feature that we have not only on the Salesforce but on other places. This is a place of communication between customers and product company or between partners. This is a place where they could share their details, share documents, share instruction, have a chatting to each other, leave a comment, leave a suggestion regarding something they are working for. It's also to make the communication much easier. It's even no need to, again, take a phone and call. You just read, you leave your comments on that, and you could resolve any issue that you have. So I think this is like a main benefit that we have on the knowledge base.
Now let's talk about the standard default knowledge base and the customized one. What objectives and what issues, what pain points can we cover with the default knowledge base?
The default knowledge base, it's a good thing, but it has some limitations. First of all, it's limitation of categories. So, as you told before, there is a structure of the categories. There is a data category groups. There is only three active could be. It's like a high level category. There is categories like when you could tag your articles and put it on some specific group. It also have a limitation like 100 categories, and you also have a text, or it's called topic in the Salesforce language. One of the thing that's all these numbers is limited. You could ask Salesforce a little bit increase the limit, but for example, if you want to have a complicated nesting categories with nesting more like a five level, it is not possible. If you want more categories, it is also not possible. So probably one of the thing is moving from the standard categories to the custom one. It's actually not too complicated, yeah. But this is something that you need to understand on the beginning when you're starting to implement it. That there is a limit with the nesting, so there is a limit of number of categories. Second thing that you need to understand is limited is user experience. So, in general, knowledge bases, we're talking about articles specifically. It had like a rich text area. You also have a metadata like who is published that, like a text, topics. And but probably this rich text will be not enough. In my experience, it could be a thing that if users have multiple categories, if we're talking before, they want to see them right next to their knowledge. It's called the table of content. And by default, it's not how it represents on the Salesforce. Of course, you will see the categories. You will see also related articles to this category, but it's not about the nesting. It's not real table of content, and such things are making user experience much better. So if especially if you have a public one, and you need that your customer was satisfied, I think that implement some best practice in the user experience will be great thing with the build custom knowledge base. And when I talk about build custom knowledge base, it's not just move everything in trash and develop from the beginning. That's not true, because Salesforce it have actually very good structure. It have a good drafting system, approval of drafts, and management of publishing articles. All this backend live as is. So we still will use standard knowledges. We still will use all the features that Salesforce provide us, but we just built custom UI, and it will be completely. It first it will be more represent your branding, your identity. It will provide better user experience, and it make actually your life much better.
So basically, you need to think about the customization when you either face the limitations during the development process, but better to plan it. And if during the planning you understand that you will hit the limitations, you need to customize the knowledge base. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I advocacy that from the beginning of all implementation, you need to understand exactly what you need, and not now, but what you will need in the future. Because you could think that, oh, right now I will not use such many categories. But if you understand that in 1 year or even 2 year, it will be possible, probably better to do it right now, because make immigration later will be much complicated than develop it from the beginning.
Can you, uh, for example, can you say that some client like need to use the default knowledge base?
Yeah, of course, they could use. First of all, if we're talking about not big companies that no need such big categories, they just need articles and use it. For example, in support, it could be enough in general. I think that in most support companies they don't have such a structures, and these articles more for internal use. Um, but for products where we're talking that the UI is part of their branding, if, it's a part of their product and service that they represent, I prefer to have something custom on that side. But yeah, if you have a small support, you just need to have frequently asked questions, blog posts without complicated structure. It will be enough to use the standard one.
Mhm. What are the initial steps a company should take when customizing knowledge base?
I think, as I thought for the beginning, they should have they first they need to understand the pain point and the issue that they want to resolve. So they need to think and to determine what exactly it will be. After that, they need to analyze or ask someone like us as a consultant company how to deal with this issue. Because it is complicated to understand in the moment how it will be implemented. uh, the main thing of everything is actually fixing the problem, and the problem could be a bad support, lack of expertise, slow responses of the cases, or a lot of question or unsatisfaction for the customers. This is the major thing that we should start. And then of course need to understand which way they should go. Build something custom, not build something custom. Need to understand, is it will be like one language or multiple language, is it will be public or or just for internal use or for authenticated partners and customers. These steps need to cover from the beginning of discovery phase.
Yeah, and you mentioned for example, the translation, and like, for example, you can sell some product only in the US, and then in several years you can spread all over the world, and then you realize you need to translate all your knowledge base, and you didn't think about it initially. It can take a lot of time and investments to implement it.
Yeah, it's true. And regarding the translation, Salesforce also have their own limitations.
Hmm.
So it's also one of the things that better to understand for the beginning, because there is something that in some cases need to make via development. Like, you know, Salesforce have out of box translation. Yeah, but you couldn't easy to switch languages and read the article from all the languages. And it's sometimes a problem. Yeah,
Hmm.
some customer want to have this option that their customers actually could read the articles to multiple language, because not all the customer has only one language as a default. They could have a multiple, and by default um, it's selected according to user information. If we're not talking about the public community, because there is existing option to do this. I hope in general that Salesforce will also cover that, but right now it is an issue, and of course this is also something that need to talk and ask and think about that on the beginning.
Yeah, and it's just one of the issues that customer can face during the
Yeah,
customization.
yeah, it's just one.
Hmm. And can you tell us more about the like common challenges that you face or development team face during the customization process? And of course, how do you overcome it?
The common issue is first, then customer don't understand why they do this. They just look, for example, on the Zendesk and told we want like this. But why you want was this? Your structure is not like this. You need to have a lot of work to implement that, and it's actually have no effort because it not cover the problem. They just like it because it's pretty, and that's all. And for me, it's a big challenge to talk with the customer and explain what exactly they need, and that in general they could have even better, really better, but need to just sit and talk and explain the main issue that we're resolving. The second issue is related to user experience and user interface. When the customer wants everything, everything on one page. It's like here table of content, here mini table of content. It's scrolling, but it's freezing. Each element is interacting somehow to the user, and they just want to everything, every cool feature that they see in some places on on one place on one article, and it's actually insane. No one needs to have everything in one place, and here need to call down the customer and probably show a good UI UX, have a design mock-up, and show that this will be more better than implement everything at once. And also, like, save your money in general, because all these cool features is actually require a lot of development.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that you when you select like when you look for a new feature, you need to understand that it should fix some issue. You just don't need to have a feature because it's cool. Like you want to increase reduce, for example, time TTR or TTFR, time to first response, time to resolve the case, and then you look for the features that can cover this, and not vice versa, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and they usually want to start from the
Yeah,
opposite. They
from the
just
other
see
side.
something and they just want it right now, and it's need to be patient and just explain how to better do this. We of course we could do everything, but why? This is no need, no effort. So why to do this? So, but yeah, this is part of my job to explain our customer how to better to do this, and I think yours also.
Yeah, from time to time. Let's talk about the required expertise. What type of specialists you need to successfully customize knowledge base?
Okay, in general, it could be a different person. If we're talking about out of box feature, there is a Salesforce Consultant and Salesforce Implementer, Salesforce Administrator to do this. Uh, these people, of course, should have experience with the Service Cloud, Knowledge Base, and Experience Cloud, including CMS if it is required. If we're talking about customized knowledge base, it should be backend developer if we're talking about rebuilt structure of data categories. And of course, it should be front-end developer. Because all this cool UI UX feature to implement the brandings, all this table of content, all these anchors, this is work for experienced front-end developer. And of course, it should be it much better if it will be front-end developer that have a specific experience with the Salesforce, because as you know that the Salesforce have their own frameworks and front-end developers with the Salesforce expertise, they know all these limitations, they know all the specific that we have on the Salesforce itself and specifically on experience sites.
So you need at least, if you want to fully customize knowledge base, you need at least one backend developer, one frontend developer, Salesforce admin, and Salesforce consultant, or in your case, delivery manager to lead this project. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And don't forget about a QA because it's very important for each project that you want to implement.
Yeah. And let's talk about the collaboration between different departments, because no, I mentioned that, for example, company will start to sell products in different countries, and it involves a lot of different departments, of course, customer service, marketing, and so on. So how important the collaboration between those departments in this process, in the development process and customization process of knowledge base?
Yeah, of course. When we're talking for the beginning, that we start working with the pain points, yeah, there's also one major thing that we also should do. It's communicate with the stakeholders. And the stakeholders, it's actually all this department that we are talking about. Uh, they, we need to understand first who will use it. It could be only one department, but it could be also a different department that to use it. And we need to develop knowledge base that will cover the problem of all of them and not make gaps on make it like the problems then someone wants this and someone not. This is also something that Salesforce consultant or business analyst, maybe in these cases, need to cover because each department they have their own needs and they of course think that they need more have more priorities. Yeah, this is a question more to the business, yeah, because they need to know um, what is the priorities, yeah. But when we develop we still need to understand that even if we develop right now for sales or for service, it could be a possibility that also another team will work after that. So scalability is very important. From the beginning, we need to understand what stakeholder possibly will use our knowledge base. If they will use, how exactly? Because it could be absolutely different things. For support, it's just support cases. But for marketing, it could be black blog post, and for them, the main thing that is very important could be like a SEO optimization. So yeah, this is also that need to start for the beginning. But if you already have this issue and you already need to develop your knowledge base for different departments, you just need to listen everyone and build like comprehensive experience site, for example, yeah, with a knowledge base that will cover actually every requirements. Probably have a lot of sessions which all these stakeholders and have a deal regarding how they will work together.
So basically, nothing special. Like in the like in any other projects, you need to communicate with all the stakeholders, understand their needs, their pain points, prioritize all of them, and then start the development process.
Yeah, communication is a key.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Can you tell us about some interesting cases, one or two, when businesses effectively customized their knowledge base and maybe they even measure their outcomes after it, and you're aware of it, and you can share the stories.
One of the example is it was interesting because it had very limited time. So we had the customers, it's very big customer that have like 1,000 of employees around the world. Their request was very simple. They already had knowledge base that was built on the Salesforce, and they business decide don't use it and not pay for the subscription. And we had like 1 month to implement uh, in general visual copy of the old one knowledge base, but inside the Salesforce. Of course, if we looking on exactly the design, it couldn't be standard one. We show them how standard look like, and they, oh no, we want exactly as it was. So yeah, it was a challenge because we do it in very rush, and for the beginning, we thought that probably we will skip some details, yeah, and more focus it on the main things. Uh, but in general, we finished the time, so we spent only 1 month to fully develop knowledge base with a custom design. And it was a success actually. It's right now a public and it worked perfectly. And this is just an articles. They have no support cases there, but it's completely changed the existing knowledge base. And right now everything is on one places, because before that they had separated Salesforce for sales, service, and marketing, and the knowledge base was on the separate platform. And in general, it's always good to have everything on one place. So this is one of the success for it. That if you want, you could do this fast.
Hmm. Yeah, like it's one of the reasons why you need the customized knowledge base. If you want it to, like in this case, you want it to look exactly like your previous knowledge base, or if you want to brand it and standard branding is not enough for you, and you want it to look like in your brand colors, using your logos and even more in designs. So yeah, in this case, you definitely need to customize it.
Yeah, the branding was exactly on their side. The actual link is located on their main site, and all this stuff, all this headers, footer, it's exactly the same. If not looking on the URL, you will not see the difference. It's such organic on that places, so you will understand it if you know what is this the knowledge base, what is this the partner portals, and
Hmm.
right now it's like a part of really their site. And by the way, they want to right now to continue they develop and add it as a part of their support team. So I'm ready and actually looking forward to start such project, because it's one of the reasons why they do this, to have everything in place and right now to enhance their support process.
What advice can you give to businesses that are considering customizing Experience Cloud for their knowledge base needs?
Um, it's a good question, actually. I
I think the
think
first
that
advice is you need to call Synebo and they will help you.
yeah, you will have our numbers and
Mm.
probably even mine. My first advice, of course, it's write somewhere. Well, first of all, it's need to understand: do you have already somewhere knowledge base or not? If you don't have it, you need to think how it will help you. And in my expertise, if we're talking for support, it's increasing your productivity a lot. If you really struggle with that, you have a lot of support agents. If you have a lot of cases that resolve in too slow, this is probably key how to improve it. And if you don't believe in general, you anyway could make a to b test, measure how it was before, and measure what is it. And most of our customers had a good effort for that. So you just not to be afraid about this. The experience of thousands of people told that it's really work. But if you have adapt, you of course could measure it or ask your friends who use it, ask references, and I think I think it everything will be okay. Just don't worry, and put of course find of course professionals that will help you with that.
Yeah, the expertise is very important in this process. And also, I want to sum it up. So knowledge base, even the standard one, can really improve your support department. It can reduce the volume of cases, reduce the time to close the case, because users who open the cases can find all the articles, as you mentioned, even before the case is opened, and it can solve the issue. Also, you can reduce the number of support agents in some cases, and you know, instead of a support agent will send the article once case is opened, knowledge base will suggest it, and it will turn out that you don't need this number of agents no more when you have a really good knowledge base. Did I miss anything? Um,
No, I think you're right. Everything is good.
Great. Thank you, Yana. Thank you for those valuable insights today. And I want to thank our listeners for tuning to today's episode. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. It really helps us. And see you at the next episode.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.